I don't know why that came up first. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Happy Sunday. I see the debate rages on about who was first. How's it going? Ahoy, matey. Well, I'm back from being on the boat. Wahahaha. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Guys, stay hydrated. All right. Well, what is up? What is up, everybody? Good morning. All right, there's Fortnite Gamer. How's it going? Hello from Manchester, England. Man, it looks like Manchester, England outside here today. It's rainy and cold. Look at this. 48 degrees in June. That's cold. For those of you that use the proper units of measurement. You beat Blade. Nice job, Reese. Nice job. Hello from Ben from Belgium. All right, Carlo's back. Finally. Hey, Gilmore from Lehigh, just down the road. We need to have a local meetup. It's Monday in India. Oh, well, good morning. Good morning in India. Rainy Prague. It's raining there too. I kind of like the rain. I got to be honest. I don't mind that it's 40 degrees. Centigrade all the way. Turkey, France. The leaf button is still blinking. Yeah, I haven't plugged it in. I got to plug it in. That's why. If I plug it in, it opens up. From New York City. Hey, Richard, how you doing, man? I love New York City. I love it. I've only ever been there to visit, but when I go, I love it. Need some advice on PIR motion detector I can use outside. Outside. So it has to be weatherproof, huh? That's a good question. First, well, you're probably going to have... Do you already have Zigbee? Do you have a Zigbee hub? If you have some Zigbee hub already, like Conbi or some such, Zigbee to MQTT, then that would be a good option. Go with a Zigbee version. Otherwise, you can always make a motion detector with the AM312. And if you're gonna, well, and the other thing is, I don't know how long those microwave ones, but yeah, they're those. There's the AM312 is sort of the standard PIR sensor for these little Wi-Fi boards, and you could put that on put that with a D1 Mini or whatever. You'd have to weatherproof the box yourself, and then I would write it in MQT or in ESP Home. That'd be my advice. Yeah, what happened to the short Hyperion setup guide with the Pi pin drive? You're right. I've been thinking about that. Probably what happened was vacation more than anything else, and it's just been derailed. I have here, this is my USB or my HDMI to USB that I need to play with and see how it works. See how well it works. Man, I'm happy to talk about Hyperion. Hyperion's been working great for me. I did write, how long have I been live? Like 5 minutes. Not even. Actually, just about 5 minutes exactly. Oh, the Zigbee. All right. Thank you for Darth Bill. Thank you for your Twitch subscription. 2 months. Yay, Twitch. Would you like unicorns or planes? Unicorns or planes. In the meantime, we'll run this fatty by the screen. Mark's here. All right. Planes. You got it. Planes it is, buddy. What's good Zigbee hub stick for Nook? What I use, Ditry, is the Combi 2 and Decons. Did I ever do a video about that? I've been so bad about making real videos. I gotta do it. Way to go, Bitwarden Reese. You're first. Hoping Z-Wave is fixed. Been having unavailable errors. Yep. Media player not working after update to the latest home system. That will happen from time to time. With Alexa, with that media player. Somehow or other, she just decided to announce my address. Okay, it's cool. Put on your green sweater because it's fun. Is there a way to get Zigbee to connect quicker after a restart? It takes 5 minutes to pull all the data. I don't know. Keeps asking to confirm. So Cyber, what I would suggest you try, if you haven't tried it yet, is to delete the pickle. Delete the pickle file. So in your configuration folder, you're going to have something that looks like, where'd it go? Right here. Well, that's ring. But you'll have some pickle files. Pickle files. Why is it not there? That's weird. Maybe it's putting it in a different place now. Could be that it's putting it in a different place. Custom components. Media. Huh. Interesting. Mine's working. But I don't know where the pickle file went. Used to be the pickle file was right here. And now no see it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's always on the, I think sometimes Amazon forces a refresh of the way we're connecting for the media player. Because I've had that happen too. So I don't know for sure. On which link is the pre-release Home Assistant site? So if you go to your supervisor, right here, usually you should be able to opt into beta. Maybe you can go here to opt into beta. Yeah. So you go to supervisor and then system, and then right here you can opt into beta if you want to. And I want to go look at the release notes for 1111. See what's new. Let's face it. Jam-packed with new features. Tons of upgrades. Pretty exciting. Hard to top that. Looking forward to new features in the release time to play. Not so much to play with. Not sad. Okay. Release is focused around stability, fixing and tweaking tuning. Okay. Most notably, the change of how Home Assistant loads up the front end. It's available really quickly now. Oh, that's fantastic. Definitely worth looking at the all changes section in this release, as many small changes and fixes have been made. Enjoy the release. Okay. Means you can interact with them sooner than before. That's great. Instead of waiting a couple of minutes until Home Assistant front end becomes up, it's available really fast. With this change, no longer waits for all integrations to be ready. As a result, not all devices and entities are available immediately. This is actually good. This means an integration that got into trouble can no longer prevent the front end from becoming available. Also, or as soon as it is available, you can change or remove the configuration of a non-working integration. It's easier to check out your logs when something goes wrong. Basis for this change, Creative Brains. Thank you to those guys. Handles reasonably fast. Great. Additional note, if you run generated Lovelace, it will still wait for Home Assistant to be completely started. If you created your own dashboard, it will show warnings for entities not available yet. We'll update when they become available. If you run generated Lovelace, I don't know what does generated Lovelace mean? All right, Leith Cullen finally got a live stream from New Zealand. This for you. Hello, Photochromax. How's it going? From Panama. First project has to be WLED. Yes, it does. Spelt right, but that's the link to the RC site. $500 with the ESPs and sensors. Oh boy. First time catching the stream. Thank you very much, Adam. Thanks for being here. Live stream number 2. I made it, Ryoto. ZHA instead of Zigbee to MQTT. Making funny sounds in the microphone. The startup improvements, noteworthy changes. Open Z-Wave beta integration is moving forward. That's awesome. ZHA. I'll have to try that. I don't know what that's. I don't know much about it. Generally, they love me not. If you do not customize your Lovelace, then it's auto-generated. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Kafar. That makes sense. Current project is irrigation system. Nice, Ricardo. Nice. How do I set color 2 and 3 in Home Assistant? Eesh, good question. Good question. I don't know how you set colors 2 and 3 in Home Assistant. That's a good question. I would have to poke around and see. Now you got me pretty curious, though. Let's peek at that for a minute. This will be our first squirrel of the day.
Huh?
Yee-haw! All right. Let's find some working WLED. We'll play with the one I can see here. Office 1. I don't think it's Office 1, is it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Speaking of, I better change this effect. That's weird. Why would it not? This effect is not working. You know what? I think it might. Oh, it should be fine. Huh. I'm not sure there's going to be a way. It might only be the primary color in Home Assistant. Why is it? Why is the effects not changing? Or the color? Okay, that's pretty odd. Turns on and off. There, that's the one I want. So somehow I have it integrated twice. Okay, that turns it on and off. This one now changes the color and changes, I'm sure, yes. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Try to see if there's something in here about other colors. XY color, RGB color, HS, brightness. No, see, doesn't look to me like there's an attribute for the different colors, like a primary versus secondary. Oh, green. Did somebody just do that? Did I do that? Is somebody trying to get my attention, or did I do that? I think I did that. Oh, good. Gary's here. We can start now. Thank goodness. Just bought an IT stick and going to use it with ZHA. Also bought a Magic Cube and Aquara motion sensors. Fantastic, Reese. I am still waiting, and I'm getting kind of, sewn off. I maybe have said this before, and sewn off doesn't treat me very well. I think they should treat me better. I gotta say, I don't think they've still sent me the Zigbee stuff to try, which kind of bothers me. And the last time that I reminded them and said, hey, you're going to send me this thing, she said yes. And then she wrote back again and said, oh, did you ever do a video about this plug thing? No. I mean, it was like a $5 plug or something, and I didn't think it was very good. And I told them about it, and I'm not going to make a video about that. And if they're holding back sending me the Zigbee stuff because I didn't make a video about their other little plug, then I'll buy it myself. And anyways, salty this morning. Where's Blade? We need some salt. How's it going? Probably better ask Frank for WLED Home Assistant integration. Yeah, he probably would know. So just subscribe. Thank you very much, Jonathan. We'll do this for you. Aside from the obvious, what projects can be fun to give your Home Assistant some WAF? All this Amazon Echo stuff is pretty good. Besides LEDs, ask her what she likes. I think, thank you very much, Ikafar. I need some salt. I think things like, getting alerts when things are happening, like when washing machine's done, or reminders for things when, it's a time for some appointment or something like that. mother approval factor in your case, Adam. What does she use? What does she like? You gotta tread lightly in that area of what they, when you got the significant other or the mom in your case, and because you want to help them with the thing that they use a lot, but you don't want to mess it up. Oh, I did get a green light that time. I don't know who green is, so somebody's paging me. You don't want to screw up their flow is right. Washing and drying is a good one. Light on when the pantry doors open. Ooh, that was a good one for Jaren's wife. Fantastic. Sorry, hit that. Whoop, whoop from Norway. Does your... Okay, mom loves a washing machine notification. I don't remember who's green. Somebody paged. Dr. Dead Guy. Squirrel. LED isn't working on the beta at the moment. Frank is looking into it. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Piston Broke. Then I'm not going to update it just yet. But I was enjoying the notes. Bully Box, new platform, ZHA Climate. Yeah, I haven't messed with ZHA at all. Gonna have to get into that. OZW, Plugwise. Okay, well, add Climate. Dune HD, calling integrations. Go Gate, Plugwise. All right, thank you very much. Let's do, what should we do for the next subscribe? Let's do the unicorns. Been a couple minutes. Can you tell I just woke up? Just installed a smart dimmers. Working on integrating with Betty now. Under cabinet LED project, waiting on parts from AliExpress. Nice. People are mentioning washing machine notifications as a common one. What's the best there? Power monitor or some vibration detection? I think, Adam, you'll have better reliability with the power monitor. I know DigiBlur did a video about that a long time ago. And I would expect that what he did is still relevant. The vibration sensor, so I've got the Zigbee vibration sensor from Aquara, and it doesn't, at least in the time that I was playing with it, it wasn't sending an off message. So if you vibrate it, yes, it sends a vibration, but if it goes off, and like once the vibration stops, it doesn't send a vibration stop message, which seemed really odd to me, and I wanted to look into it some more and play around with it some more. I haven't done that yet. So vibration might be good, but power monitoring is definitely viable and good and reliable, and you don't need other things like the like a Zigbee hub if you don't already have one. So good blog post that works. Awesome. Didn't even calibrate it. Sonoff doesn't really matter if you don't need the exact power. That's true. Ikafar's right. You don't actually have to calibrate it to make it exact. You just, what you want to know is it above a certain amount, and you just set that as the trigger. Sorry for being off topic. The whole thing's off topic. Talking about your job. What anesthetics do I use most? Propofol and sevoflurane. Oh, the Zigbee. Yeah, propofol is the white stuff that looks like milk that gets people to sleep. And there might come a day before too much longer that we use propofol exclusively all the time, but it's still a little bit of a price issue. And then if surgeries get really, really long, then propofol doesn't wear off as fast. So we switch to gas after the first dose of propofol. And the gas is usually sevoflurane. That's what I use the most. Do I know how long they take to deliver stuff? No, Reese, I don't, but it's taken them a long flipping time to deliver anything to me. That's what I know. Tomidate. Succinate Tomidate for intubation in the field. Yep. Succinate Tomidate. Oh, Jaren, your dad's a CRNA? Nice. Where does he work? He must be, I'm trying to think of where they are. I guess Jordan Valley or one of those places. Tomidate makes people nauseated, but when you're in the field like that, you don't care. You just want them out quick, paralyzed. New to Home Assistant, what's your recommendation on installing on an old laptop? If you have an old laptop that you're going to install on, I would recommend Proxmox. make Proxmox the base operating system on your laptop. It's a version of Linux that is set up specifically for the virtual machines. And then once you have Proxmox, you can do a one-line install of Home Assistant that is slick as can be. And then you've got all of the available stuff that goes along with the laptop. Screen and keyboard is nice, although you won't really see that very much. You won't use that very much. And then you've got the battery backup. That's the big one. It's 32-bit. I don't know, does that make a difference? I don't know. Should still be able to do it, I would think. I would think so, but I don't know. Have I seen the new Shelly products? On the presentation, the guy zapped himself with 220 volts. Oh no. Who was it? Was one of the Shelly guys zapped himself doing a live presentation of the new device? No. Hyper-V is a nightmare, William Comartin says. Hyper-V sucks. Tried installing Home Assistant on Windows Hyper-V, but didn't work. Yeah. I know. Oh, no. Did he really? Rob? Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, man. He's okay, right? He just... So this was a live thing or something that he was doing? Jeez. Was it through like the switch legs or something? I've never... Pixies gave him a little kiss. Nice. He's probably immune to it as well. It's like being a snake charmer. You get zapped enough times, you're immune to it. That's right. That's right, William. Everybody needs to be zapped at least once. Yeah. I remember, I probably told you guys this story. The first time I zapped myself, it wasn't 240. It was 120, of course, in the US here, but I was like 12, I think. And I was screwing around and hooking up a doorbell in my bedroom. Thank you, Richard, for subscribing. The t-shirt made it into the duster. All right. Have you seen the Unify Project doorbell? It has RTSP and will integrate great with Home Assistant. I haven't seen it, Apple II Tech, but I know that the Amcrest doorbell is pretty good. You're 12, Reese? That makes a lot of sense. Was it you that was the story about the nickel that got caught behind the plug? Yeah, that was my daughter. That was Zoe. She put a nickel. So the plug, the plug prongs were sticking out. The plug was just a little bit away from the wall. So there was just a tiny little gap. And she dropped a nickel down in there. And I still have it somewhere. I still have the nickel. Melted it in a couple places. Serious NDA. Oh. The doorbell. Early access. Do any of your two lights allow you to change the color? Ooh. I don't know. Which two lights? Tuya lights? They do. By the way, Rob, what are we going to do to celebrate? What day did that happen? Was that the day you sent me the text? For those of you that don't know, I'm sure everybody here probably already follows Hookup Rob. If you haven't, you need to be over there subscribing, getting good information, the right kind of information. Rob passed 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So he's going to get the silver play button from YouTube, and we should have some kind of celebration. Absolutely. It was yesterday. Nice. That was cool. Well, congratulations, man. You certainly have put in the work. So good job. Well done. Well deserved. Nobody deserves it more. For some reason, Tuya lights will not allow me to change the color of the lights. They're capable just white. Stephen, how do you have them integrated? Are you using the Tuya integration in Home Assistant, or did you Tasmatize them, or how do you have them integrated? That may be the key. You may need to do something a little different. Got you hooked up to Home Assistant. Nice. How much do you have to pay for the silver award? It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears is what it is. Just managed to integrate a doorbell. Had a random RF wireless setup. Once I added the Sonoff RF bridge, just appeared as a device via Tasmota. Nice. You know, you get lucky, and there are. I still haven't done the flashing of the RF chip on my Sonoff bridge, and not every device that uses that frequency or those. I don't know if it's 433 or 315. I think it's 433. Anyways, they don't. Not every 433 device is picked up unless you flash out of their chip. So good. Glad. Good to hear it, Mark. Did the RF flash and it works. 95%. Oh, nice. You did the RF flash. Nice. Tuya and Home Assistant with RGBW bulbs. Oh, there you go. Steven's got you covered. Unfortunately, the problem is there's a problem. Twitter says I'm streaming now. Oh, good. It's about time. Sonoff RF 8 switch and all the buttons but 2 appear. Oh. Unified doorbell and completely local storage. It's in early access. Forgot to mention. Awesome. That sounds great. Pretty good luck with raw mode on the RF bridge. It just shows all the raw codes coming in. Did you flash that other chip, Rob? Or is there a way to get raw with just plain Tasmota? That would be pretty cool. Is there a good comparison article on Tasmota versus ESP Home? Not sure. Oh, Blade's beating me on Karma. So to answer your question, little geek, I will tell you my opinion for what that's worth. We can make like a 30-second, 1 minute comparison. When I'm deciding if I'm going to use Tasmota or ESP Home, this is my stance on that. If it's a device that's already complete, like a plug or a light switch, then most likely I'm going to use Tasmota, because Tasmota has been around long enough now, and with templates, people have been making templates so that whatever brand of plug or device, switch, or whatever it is, most of the time you're going to be able to find pretty easily a template for that device. So you load Tasmota on it, and you can use Tuya Convert, so you don't have to open it up and get to the pins. That's a big deal. That's a big bonus with Tasmota that ESP Home doesn't have. With ESP Home, you'd have to actually physically get to the pins. Although you could put Tasmota on and then switch to ESP Home, but I'm confusing things now. Let's just stick with this. Tasmota is really good for devices that are already finished because it has templates, because you can do over-the-air flashing with Tuya Convert, and that's what I go with if it's a light switch or a plug. If I'm going to build my own widget, if I'm going to put together some sensors and a motor controller and play around with servos or whatever, or even just relays, it's fine. But if I'm going to build my own, like base it on a D1 Mini or a Node MCU or an ESP32 based controller and use the GPIO pins for a bunch of different things, then I'm going to use ESP Home, because it gives me, it's pretty flexible and pretty easy to customize and do all those things. Tasmota can do it as well, but ESP Home, that's the distinction that I make. And that's why I use one versus the other. You can do ESP Home bins and Tuya Convert. You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. You're very right. I forgot about that. So yes, you can. When you're doing Tuya Convert, you don't have to just do the latest Tasmota. You can tell it to upload whatever bin file you want. So you can still use Tuya Convert to upload those. But if it's yeah. So I don't know. What else do you guys think? I know with Tasmota, most of the time you're going to be using MQTT. With ESP Home, you don't have to use MQTT. You can just use the REST API. Doesn't make a huge difference, but it's a little difference. We need more things to spin nuts on. Yeah, we do. I played around with it that one day. I haven't gone back to it since. You have 26,000. I always just 2U convert to Tasmota and then upload the bin to Tasmota via the upgrade. Yeah, that's true too. You can just do it over the air after it's upgraded. Figure out how the pins I use Tasmota first. How's it going, James? What were we talking about yesterday with you? Oh man, we were talking about you yesterday. Does anybody remember what we brought up J After Dark for yesterday? We talked about you for a minute yesterday. I can't remember what it was about. Most useful automation I've ever done. Most useful automation? I still think it's the MQTT car presence out front of the house. I pull up and the garage door opens, and I've got it working for Mrs. Z's now too. She had some trouble with hers initially, but I've got it worked out that she hasn't run into the garage door in a while. So I think that's still my favorite. What other useful automations are there? Oh, smoke detector. Oh, that's right. I was talking about the smoke detector. Thank you, sir. Good enough. That's right. I was talking about the smoke detector. Have I ever done anything with the BME 680? No, I don't think so. I've seen I thought there's a BME. There's something that looks like that. That's a temperature sensor, right? That's the Dallas temperature sensor. Does a T integration in Home Assistant support power metering? I don't know. Blue theme now. Oh, is it in Hacks? Nice. Somebody was asking me about it yesterday, 3Ative, and they were asking what theme I was using, and I told them, oh, that's the blue theme from 3Ative. Use 2U convert flash DSP home firmware, and I wrote and converted these 2U bulbs. Took a few hours to figure out the GPIOs. Little geek, that sucks. Well, I'm glad you figured it out. Was there not a 2U, was there not a Tasmota template for them? The old Hacks layout. I'm getting used to the new one. Color and white. I started out here answering questions. Let's see, Mark sent me something. Oh, thank you, Mark. Craziness resubscribed for the 3rd month in a row, and we missed it. Craziness, do you like unicorns or planes? So unicorns or planes. We'll do some planes in the meantime. Oh yes, the karma. There's the karma. Don't forget the karma. You can ++ at somebody's name in Discord and give them some karma points if they've been helpful to you. You can -- at their name in Discord and minus some karma points from them if they've been rude. We discourage the rudeness. And we encourage the kindness. Or special reactions. That's true. You can also do the special reaction. I actually like that special reaction thing. So I could go like this. I could go here. Oops. And find somebody. We're going to give Sir Goodenough some karma. Right. So I can... Oh, wait. Let's see. How do you do it? You do it with this. Reactions. You do this. Plus karma. Just like that. And somebody else can click it. And it will add some more to what he's done. That's probably the quickest way. I like that way. I like it a lot. Oh, we are doing nothing today. So I'm still in a little bit of vacation mode here, trying to get my priorities straight. Try to give yourself karma. Okay. Let's see what happens. Well, I hear kids fighting. We've been home long enough now that kids are fighting. I'll just say hi to everyone. Hi. And then I'll try and give myself karma and see what happens. Oh, it took it away. It won't do it. Thank you, Simon. Oh, you know what? Somebody else put a big tip thing like that in there and I missed it. Ruperto, Piehole or AdGuard? AdGuard as the Home Assistant add-on is what I use. So it doesn't matter if it's Proxmox or not, but AdGuard. Did that work? That seems to have worked. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't give karma to yourself. Do I have any water level monitoring device? Amari says. What I have is I have an ultrasonic distance sensor pointing at the water level or the salt level in my my water softener. That's the only one I have. And then I do have some flood detectors. Okay, 2 different ones that are just, it's a switch basically that just has a two contacts that point down at the floor. And if there's water between them, it'll conduct and it'll close. So I have those. What's a water softener? Oh my gosh. We have water that has a lot of minerals in it, like the water that comes from wherever it comes from. It's full of minerals, calcium and stuff that can really gunk up your pipes and feels kind of yucky on your skin, feels kind of sticky and dry. All right. BD, thank you. We'll do unicorns. If you want something else, let me know. And the water softener exposes the water to some some very salty water. Oh gosh. Okay, thank you. It exposes them to some very salty water. Oh gosh. Okay, great. Thank you. And helps to remove the calcium and stuff from it. I saw someone use a scale to measure the water level. Love you, baby. It's mail time. Mail time. I was bag mouthing Sonoff for not sending me stuff fast enough, and here it is, probably. That's karma for you. Under the brine tank. Yeah, I put it in the lid of mine. But yeah, you could put it. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's another HDMI splitter. Oh, okay. That's from Banggood. Oh, thank you. How on earth do you come up with ideas for your dashboard? All right, here's an HDMI splitter. This is for making. Where did this come from? Well, never mind. I was too quick to. What? Okay. Put those back. I don't know what that's about. Too quick to praise Sonoff. They are not actually. They did not send me anything. Turkeys. Unboxing. This one's from Amazon, which is a bit funny. I don't think I ordered anything from Amazon recently. Yeah, I have a video about it, Mari. I did a video about it a while back. Oh no, they didn't. They did? Oh, you switchbot knuckleheads. Oh man. Oh, these are for giveaway. Oh, okay, that's right. These are for giveaway. All right, let's talk about this for a minute. Let's talk about SwitchBot for a minute. You guys remember, you guys have seen the curtain bot, right? It's kind of dark in here. Too light. You guys have seen these switch bots. They actually have a little physical nubbin that comes down and presses a button. So they sent me some because I was actually curious to try them out. I did try them out. I recorded a little bit of video about it. I'll put something together and get it out. Here's what it looks like. Here's a black version. It's got the little tab on it right here that kind of folds down. They work on Bluetooth. So you don't need a hub, but you do need your phone. There is a Home Assistant integration, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I've tried it. And anyways, they sent me some of these to give away. So we'll have to give those away. I'll have to sort out what the best way to do that is. My take on them was they're good. Like there's probably some use for these, for the SwitchBot switches, in some places where maybe if you're renting, you can't, you don't want to get into your switches electrically, or maybe there's. Yes. Okay. Anyways, so But the problem that I have with them is when they're Bluetooth, so they need your phone. And if there's no other way to integrate, that kind of stinks. They could just as easily be Zigbee, I think. And I think it would be better if they were Zigbee. Mark Sutton gifted 5-tier subs to the community. Hot dog, Mark. You like unicorns or planes or unicorns and planes? Hot dog, man. Thank you very much. Did I get the curtain motor? I didn't. Smart Home Solver showed one in a video like 2 months ago. But from what I understand, they aren't ready for release yet. Yeah, they didn't send me one of those either. They did send me a hub. A hub, which is... oops. Mark, here we go. We're going to do this. We're going to party all night long now. Thank you, Mark. That was super, super kind. That's awesome. That's really kind. Thank you, thank you. This thing here is their little hub, and it's an infrared, compact all-in-one infrared remote control. So it's kind of like a Broadlink RM Mini or something. And it worked okay. I used it. It seemed to be okay. Including with that, you can have this humidity sensor, which is okay too. It's really dark in here. Anyways, you can have the humidity sensor, which is okay too. Here's my take overall. I don't think anybody at this point, any company, should be expecting that their device is the only device that somebody's going to have or want to use. So if you have a device like this SwitchBot thing, which is really cool and really unique, you've got to make it so that people can use it with their existing system. If you don't, you're going to limit how many people are going to actually use it. Because to think that somebody's going to go all in SwitchBot and buy, just SwitchBot stuff and not be able to integrate it with anything else, you're fooling yourself. Yolk just subscribed again. We should be on the hype train here pretty soon, right? Should be. Second choice for an old Hasselblad laptop. Proxmox doesn't support 32-bit architecture. Oh. Well, then maybe you can install Home Assistant directly on it. Just make Home Assistant the operating system. Can you do that? Is there a 32-bit Home Assistant thing? All right, Yolk is the 3 months. We're going to keep on going with this. We haven't done the Dr. Pepper yet. Amen, brother. You like, am I on the right track there? Rob, you agree? Like for any company to think that everybody is going to exclusively use their ecosystem, they're fooling themselves. It's not happening. Forget it. So you've got to make your system integrate with other things. And if you don't, you're going to get left out. You're going to get left out, or you're just going to tick people off. We redeem our nuts to make drink Dr. Pepper. Cheers. That's true, you do. And I can kind of see that about Wise. Who mentioned that Wise? Wise, possibly because they've got, are they still Amazon affiliated somehow? I can't remember the business dealings of all these places now, but Wise maybe, because I think Wise is easy and cheap. And so somebody like your grandma could buy a bunch of, could buy some Wise cameras and some door sensors, motion sensors. I don't know what they have for light switches yet, but plugs they have now, right? So maybe. Aquara, okay, maybe Aquara. Okay, but Aquara is Xiaomi, right? They're freaking huge. And if, Wise has the backing, or had the backing at least, or at some point in time they were very Amazon affiliated. So they also have a ridiculously huge backing. SwitchBot started, I think, as like a crowdfunding, what do you call those? Indiegogo kind of thing. So I just think it would be it's great. It's great. And if you want to try and sell a hub and everything, go ahead, try and sell a hub. But you got to make it so that it's compatible and integratable into other systems. So instead of Bluetooth, make it Zigbee and be done. Make it Zigbee, and then everybody can use it. It still could run on the same battery. It could still work the same way. Probably be cheaper for them to make it. The co-founder of Wise is a YouTuber with 3 million subscribers. I didn't know that. Really? What does he make videos about, Rob? I did not know that. Haseo and Zigbee all the way for me, Ken says. Somebody asked about what did she ask me. So that was one of those actionable notifications for Amazon Echo. She said that, so Grace came in, little Gracie came in. I'm in the middle of decommissioning all the smart things devices I bought. I invested a lot of money and they're all just darn flaky and for serious automation. That's the truth. Zigbee was the only way to go. The only way I could get lights working. Haseo and Zigbee was the only way you could get lights working. Well, I'm glad you found a way. Oh, the Zigbee. Everybody does that now. That's awesome. Oh, the Zigbee. What she asked me was, okay, so Grace came in, went into my little refrigerator here, grabbed some M&Ms out of the refrigerator, and left the door open. So what Betty asked me is, she said in a very excited voice, the office door has been open for a while. Do you want me to turn off the light? Because I have a light in there that turns on when you open the door and turns off when you close it. If you leave the door open, she'll ask you after a couple minutes if you want it turned off. I say yes, she turns off the light. That was one of those actionable notifications that we did. Works really well. Zigbee is such a waste of money, double the price of regular. No, you mean Z-Wave. What do you mean price of regular? I mean, Zigbee's probably more expensive than Wi-Fi, but Zigbee isn't. You wish you could do that. Yeah, so do I, William. I wish you could too. I don't know how to make it happen. I call her Betty. I've changed her name a lot of times. Do I recommend Z-Wave for less advanced users? You know, right now I don't recommend Z-Wave for anything. It's probably going to be okay eventually because there's now this open Z-Wave. But for a while you couldn't. You know, if you had Z-Wave, you were stuck with Z-Wave, and they were not playing nice with anybody else. And so I don't like that. I think that's not a good way to go. So, and they're expensive. So I don't have anything that's Z-Wave at all. And I just barely started doing Zigbee. It hasn't been that long. It's been maybe 6 months, 9 months. But Zigbee's been pretty good. The best thing about Zigbee is that it's really good for battery life to me. That's my reason for preferring Zigbee for things like a sensor is that you can put a little tiny battery in it and it'll last forever. Wi-Fi, not so much. RF is good too, but it's just not quite as, I don't know if it's not quite as secure, not quite as customizable, you know. So it's good to have choices, I guess. SwitchBot could be Tuya based. That would be great. Yeah, but it's not. I took it apart. I took this black one apart and looked at what chip is in it and stuff, and it's just it's a Bluetooth chip. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, that it works, or actually I don't even know if it works from across the house or not. Probably does. Love your work. Thank you very much. Newbie. Terminology between old and new. Home Assistant gets me. Sorry, man. Yeah, Tony, that's confusing. I think, which way do you have it installed? I would bet anything you just have what we now call plain Home Assistant, what we used to call Haseo. And that's probably, you know, where most people are, especially new people. Twitch. How do I use it? Such a Twitch noob. Twitch is awesome though. What do you use for Zigbee Hub? I actually have both now. I still have the Zigbee to MQTT plugged in. Thank you very much. Green Buddha hat. I'm so sorry. What would you like? Unicorns or planes? So unicorns or planes. This stream is going crazy today. Thank you very much for subscribing. I super appreciate it. Sitting in a massage chair trying to watch the stream on a mobile. Why do you keep shaking your head? Why am I? Ow. Kind of hurt my neck. 330 viewers and climbing. Awesome. I wonder how many are doubles. Maybe some. Not too many. And I don't know what we're talking about. Are we talking about anything? We're just talking, right? Couldn't you just use Bluetooth Wi-Fi bridge for the switch bot? Yes, you could, little geek, you could. This bridge or this hub that they have is not Bluetooth to Wi-Fi. I would like to not have to have another hub, I guess. That's all I'm saying. I think they could really just use Zigbee for this. That's my strongest thought about this device. It's cool, but I want, what shades would you recommend if I don't want to DIY? I was looking at IKEA. You know what? Rob just did a big video about a whole bunch of different shades, and Tuya. Well, what was your final verdict, Rob? I don't remember, but I know Tuya, Zigbee, ZemiSmart, or anything Tuya based is going to be pretty solid and probably the best price. But thank you, George. Could you post a link to the beta release notes, please? You betcha. Decons or ZHA and why? I haven't tried ZHA, so I only know decons and a little bit of Zigbee to MQTT. That's all I know. But decons works. Decons has been solid, so I would go with decons. It's a simple integration for Home Assistant, and works pretty well. Using FreeNAS add-on. Does not have add-ons, but has hacks. I'm missing out without add-ons. I don't know, Captain Bunny. Maybe somebody else can tell you. I don't use FreeNAS. And I don't know what differences there might be that you'd be experiencing there. Thanks for your help with the vertical and horizontal stack. You're welcome, Skillful Sheep. You're very welcome. Just thinking out loud, but if someone had Room Assistant and could pair it with that Bluetooth device and then use Home Assistant plugin, just off topic, thinking too much. No, you know what? You're right. You're on the right track. And I wondered, when I tried the Home Assistant integration for the SwitchBot, because there's a Home Assistant integration for SwitchBot. This is it. This is all you put in. You put in the platform. It's a switch. The platform is SwitchBot. You put in the Bluetooth MAC address, and that's it. And it makes a switch. And I actually have it. We can look at mine, but it doesn't. Problem is, it doesn't do anything. So if I look at entities and if I look for SwitchBot, I've got two of them. This one here is the one that's sitting here on my desk. If I go to this and tell it to turn on, nothing happens. Turn off, nothing happens. Now, I'm thinking to myself, okay, if all I'm putting in here is the Bluetooth MAC address, then Home Assistant needs to be sending or receiving Bluetooth signals somehow, right? My Home Assistant running on the Nook, I'm pretty sure the Nook has a Bluetooth receiver, radio, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know if it's doing anything. I don't know if I've activated it so that it can be used in that way to communicate with the device. Maybe if you were using a Raspberry Pi, it would automatically be already in use to be able to communicate like this. But right now, it don't do nothing. It don't do nothing. You can't deal with all those. If you want to come over and fix all my red entities here, come on down. Come on down. That's funny. I'm sorry that bothers you. Might be wrong, but I thought Proxmox didn't let you pass through Bluetooth. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe I got it wrong and that won't pass through signals, but the device is available. Not sure. Yeah, Mark, you're probably right. And that's why I'm thinking that's kind of the same thing as I'm thinking. I don't know if there's, I don't imagine that my Proxmox box is doing Bluetooth in and out. Maybe if I had a Raspberry Pi, it would, but I don't know. That would make sense that you need a Raspberry Pi for it since it's Bluetooth, yeah. So if it's a Raspberry Pi, then maybe it is. And maybe that's what we need to put in here. Or maybe we could I mean, I've got extra Raspberry Pis. I could probably try it and see. Pass through Bluetooth dongle. Could do that too. I think I have a Bluetooth dongle around here somewhere. I know I do. I could put that into Proxmox and try it, but I don't know. VM installation, HASIO, not the LXC. Which image do I use for the HASIO install directly on a PC? Good question, Home Ace. Let's look and see. Let's look and see. Getting started. Micro SD card, standalone USB adapter, installation. What alternative installation methods? Hardware. Good question. What do you guys think? You need to use a generic Linux install. Oh, that's the one that they started to take away, right? And then decided not to take it away. Where's that version here? The other thing you could do, Home Ace, is Windows and VirtualBox as a so you could install Windows or whatever version of Windows you already have on your laptop, and then VirtualBox and use it as a virtual machine. That'd be a possible option. I don't see a lot of differences there. What happened to the one they were talking about for like the onboarding? Oh, that's how you get connected. Not super helpful. It's really old. Too heavy on an old PC. Oh, man, Home Ace. What can we do for you, buddy? What can we do for you? Only 1 gigabyte of RAM. Running 32. Oh. Gosh, that is old. Yeah, maybe just buy a Pi, dude. To say, maybe just $40 for a Pi might be the way to go. On the community pages, there is a replacement for the supervised on generic Linux host. They removed it from the documentation. Oh, okay. What happened to the community? Didn't this used to say community up here? I thought there used to be a community. Oh, you mean here? Maybe it's here. Facebook community? Or here? Maybe in here. So is it this post maybe? Yeah, currently 3 different ways of installing Home Assistant. Home Assistant supervised and installation core plus supervisor that are hosted on generic Linux installation. So this is what you'd want to do. This is what Home Ace would want to do on that old laptop, right? Yeah. You'd probably be happier with a Pi at this point if it's that bad of a, because you're talking 1 gigabyte of RAM. Virtual machine images don't support VMs, can still control the operating system. I don't see another link. Pi would also be more power efficient. Yeah, I think you may have hit the threshold of too old to be useful with that laptop at this point. You have it running on Xubuntu. It's pretty decent. Seems faster than a Pi. Well, then you could try this. You could try doing it with. You could try this supervised version. I just don't know where. I don't know where that link is anymore. You might have to search around here, or if somebody can find it and post it for us. Here we go. It's another one. Here's community. Okay, here, this will probably be it. I'm going to post these links for you. This is for you, Home Ace. And here's in the community guides. Here we go. Using Proxmox supervised on Ubuntu. This is what you want, right? So this is probably what you want right here. I got to be honest, I'm surprised we found it. Don't touch your face. Is anybody else totally sick of this Corona stuff? I'm tired of it. Nightbot is so much faster on Twitch. Is that right? Can you send links? If you can't send them here, you can post them in Discord. And we'll get them. Heidi ho! Heidi ho, Danwell. How's it going? Car sensor. I was thinking Life 360 as I use it for lights when I get home. Nice. What car sensor? So I use Life 360 for my phone. The car sensor that I have, so you're probably asking a couple things. I have a couple sort of car sensors. The reason that this thing knows that my car's not plugged in is because of the charger that's on the wall. That has an integration for Home Assistant, and it knows if there's a car charging or not. So that's how this knows that it's not being charged currently. I have a Leaf. There's a Leaf integration. I'm pretty sure Tesla has an integration, and I think, who is it that has another? Is it William or somebody else has a different kind of, is it Kia or something? That has, there's car integration. So if your car is smart, connects to the cloud, you can connect to it. But then I have the thing that opens my garage door when I pull up is the MQTT car presence project that is still solid as can be. Over 3 years old now, still solid as can be. Solid as can be. I am so tired. Are you so tired, Ray? I'm sorry, buddy. Why are you so tired? I don't think the RAM is the issue. The 32-bit architecture was my bigger issue. Well, see if that'll work. There it is. Luma's car presence. Thank you very much. Man, Sir Good Enough, you're awesome. What's that add-on called that adds custom cards and stuff to Lovelace? The Home Assistant Community Store is probably the one you're referring to. The Home Assistant Community Store. Look at this. I got to do some updates. And the Home Assistant Community Store, is it Hacks XYZ? Really? That's awesome. I know that was the name of the website. And this will walk you through the installation if you don't have it. And you should have it. I mean, that should be probably one of the very first things you add on to Home Assistant is Hacks, because it makes getting, not only do you get things like the custom components, like the media player and Sonoff LAN and others, but it makes it very easy to get the Lovelace cards and themes. I think we've all experienced the hardship of old hardware. Yeah. It is too bad. You've got stuff that should be useful, and it's almost more work to make it work than to replace it. You need to add Hacks as part of the install. Hydrate. Man, oh man. This does say, you know, it's funny, is these do say that they work with, oh no, they don't. Well, yeah, it does. It says, but I'm pretty sure in the instructions it says, for the SwitchBot, I'm pretty sure in the instructions it says you have to have their hub if you want to use it with. Pinky did a video on Hacks. Nice. Coke, Pepsi, or Diet Dr. Pepper? It's Diet Dr. Pepper almost always. Sonoff LAN. Is this different than Tasmo Admin? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sonoff LAN is the is a component that does not require you to use Tasmota on your Sonoff devices or the Sonoff Cloud. I did a video probably 4 or 5 months back about it, and it works really well still. And I think it's just getting better. He just is able to add more and more stuff. Download the app. Yeah, cloud service. In order to get, here we go again, man. In order to get these switch bots to work with Amazon Echo or Google Home, you have to have their hub. Come on, man. That ain't right. Sold on the Sonoff LAN integration. I only use it for Sonoff Micro, and it just works. Yeah, I still use it for Sonoff Micro too. What I ended up doing was putting my Sonoff Micro on the Wise camera in the toy room, because it then I can, if it messes up and you can't see it like now, I can turn it off and turn it back on. So I can turn the toy room camera off, turn it back on, and then in a minute or two, this will show up again. Boy, that doesn't look like the night vision's working very well down there. Maybe because that light's too bright coming in. Sends them angry letters with bad karma. Oh, I want them to be better. I want everybody to be better. What's driving your solar widget? Looks very cool. Thank you. What's driving it is the custom bar card. We talked about this a lot last week, and then yesterday we talked about it some more. All right. Thank you, 19 Mark 08, for subscribing. Do you like unicorns or planes? So unicorns or planes, especially for being 2 months. If we look at the code editor, it is the custom bar card somewhere down here. Yeah, custom bar card. Unicorns or planes, so unicorns or planes. What is the main topic today? Raspy, I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. Trains. I don't have a good train. I don't have a good Frank train. Maybe I need to upgrade my train game. Huh? Yeah, I don't have... Max Tiani, thank you very much for subscribing too, buddy. We're gonna do unicorns too. What's a topic? Yeah, who knows? Not around here. I don't have any idea. Can I do a video on Tasmota rules? I'm not good. I can't promise any videos right now. I really just can't. I can't. I wish I could. And I don't know a ton about Tasmota rules. So I know Rob did a video about Tasmota. I don't remember how much he talked about rules. The rules expert that I know is DigiBlur. DigiBlur is a rules maniac. Oh, somebody just subscribed and I missed it. Wait. Little Geek. Yeah, here we go. Hype train incoming. Thank you very much, Little Geek. And also, oh, what are we fixing today? Thank you very much, sir. Good enough. We're just going to run through them all. Yeah, when was the last time I made a video? I've been so bad about making videos lately. Oh, it's awful. It's awful. It's awful. Which one else? Which other one did we do? Oh, we need to do Dr. Pepper. Trying to automate my toilet seat to close, please, with a wife. You remember my old toilet seat thing? That still works. It doesn't do, it doesn't close the toilet seat for you. Wait a minute. You know what light bulb just went on? That's what we need too. We need a light bulb to pop up above my head, right? Yeah. Maybe there's a way to use the switch bot. It would need some modification, but we could probably use the switch bot to close the toilet seat. Yes. Timing is critical. Close too early, wife goes right down. Yeah, the WAF goes right down. Oh no, the switch bot on the toilet. Oh man. Testing loads of Home Assistant gadgets. Timing is critical. Close too early and the WAF just goes right down. That'll make a racket if it knocks the seat down. We've reached our peak if we can make this work. I'm sure we can make it work. I am sure we can make it work. Oh man, I have so many things I want to do. I can't. The toilet guillotine. Thank you, Martin. I'm very well. How are you? I'm doing well, sir. One step closer. That's right. I'm just going to put it up in the air. Thank you, Ikafar. That'll remind me. I have a little light bulb go on. Soft close toilet seat. Ours are I don't even think they're all soft close, but most of them are soft close. You just got to push it, right? You just got to push it a little bit past that point where it starts to fall down on its own. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. Captain Bunny, thank you very much for subscribing. You're a good man. Do you like unicorns and planes? So unicorns and planes of Dr. Pepper or whatever. Spitting fan is a function of the button card. Yep. Hey, Idaho Joe, how's it going, man? We're going to Idaho next week. Just run Docker on the Pi. Use Portainer if you want to use. Yeah, okay, there you go. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? All right, we're going to do this for Captain Bunny. Wow, we got a lot of Twitchers. 87. Hot dog. Thanks, everybody. I don't know how it's going with the Twitch thingy. Let's look at it and see. We can answer questions. I'm going to go to the questions things. That's what I started with today. I'm just all over the place. I am so not focused. So not focused. Creator dashboard. Oh, I know what I was going to do too. I can't do that online. Insights. Achievements. We're probably worse than we were. Oh, look at that. No, we're good. We're good. I just don't, now I'm below I'm below it on these, but we're getting there. 60 out of the 75. Nice. Nice. Who watches the watchers? Reached 75 average viewers in the last 30 days. We did it on the 31st. Nice. So the problem is now it's just not going to be enough time if I don't keep doing more streams. Oh my goodness, you guys are awesome. Crazy Tazy, Crazy Crickstazy. Ah, I'm so bad about names. I'm so sorry. Soccer on Twitch. We're getting there. We're getting there. Probably going to need to actually have some topics if I'm going to stream a lot. Servo, 35 kilogram under the tank with a small road wire. Machine a channel for a servo to kick the seat out from the lid. Yeah, we'll see. That's what this is, John. That's what this thing is. This is maybe you missed that part, but this is the switch bot. And it's got a little arm. You can kind of see the little arm sticking out there. It's got a little arm that comes out and physically pushes things. So you get that little arm to swing out. You just got to get some kind of something with enough of, to increase the range that it moves. And then there you go. We're hype training like crazy. So I'm just going to keep playing these things. Should only need a window sensor to automate. Wonder if we can get something to detect someone sitting on the seat. So I've had the thing where you lift up the seat and it detects, but this is about pushing the seat down. Alex IT come up with HasWP. What's HasWP? New app I found that allows HomeSys to control a Mac. Oh, awesome. Everything went smoothly. All running great so far. Fantastic. Good to hear. Get a cat strapped GoPro to the stream. Oh, good idea. Strap a cat to the GoPro, or strap a GoPro to the cat. Nice. Might contact SwitchBot. Get them to upgrade it. Tried animation with the button card. Set animation state, but nothing happens. Any ideas? My guess would be, Martin, my guess would first be that your state is wrong. That would be my first guess. So we'd have to look at exactly what code you're using, what exactly you've written in there. But I would think that maybe this value right here is what's messed up. First guess. Second, what else might it be? Then if that's not it, then it might be something in the formatting of how you wrote this. I'm guessing you probably copied what I already had. So maybe post what you've got, and we can try and figure it out. Use bits to get to the next level. Deleted my link, posted a project on Discord. Oh no. You posted a project on Discord and deleted it? That's impossible. Hydrate. Can I send a link? Beatty got somebody to wave at us. Hello. If you have a Prime account, you can subscribe for free. That's right. That is right. How did I get the R pin to work with Hyperion? So what was the completed level 1? Nice. I don't know what that's going to do. We can look at Hyperion because I like Hyperion a lot. Let's look at Hyperion. I haven't tried Alpha 6 yet because everything's working. I don't want to mess it up. All right, let's look at the configuration. All right, so my main configuration is this. It's got to be GPIO 18. I tried this GPIO 19, doesn't work. Doesn't work. It's got to be 18. So that's the first thing. When you only need one. I've been just playing around with these, but you only need one instance. And if you go to LED hardware, I set it as WS281X. What was the other thing? There was some funky thing that I had to fix. Oh man, what was it? Oh shoot. The number here. Fine. The layout. That is all fine. What was it? Gosh. Oh, come on. It was really important. Dang it. All right. See you next time. Maybe I've got it in my little video script because I have written a video script for Hyperion. This was it. You need to run these two commands. That's it. Hacks isn't being added as an integration. It takes a long time to install, then nothing happens. Is there something I missed at the install? Good question. I don't know. Lacked, I don't know. So you're just barely doing it? It does take a long time. It does take a long time because initially it has to load up like all those things. I'm not sure what you might be missing otherwise. Yeah, make sure your GitHub is right. Your GitHub identification. Go back through chat and pull through questions. Ask and not covered. Can't today because of the setup. Who was asking about that? Here, I'm going to copy these and paste them. Those are the commands that you need to be able to get, because what happens is, I think when you're just logged in as Pi, or maybe when it's running as root and you need to be able to allow Hyperion to control the GPIO pins, and you need to run these two lines to make that happen. But if you run those two lines, that's what it does. It will work. And that was the part that was not working. I don't get that far yet. Go to add the integration. It says installs, then nothing after the installation window disappears. You tell you what we can do. Nope. Oh, but I can't really do it without. I need to be set up to do that better. I was going to say. This is my Home Assistant Playground installation. I think it's 190. Clear browser cache. Nice password. You didn't see it. You didn't see it, Blade. Did you? Seamus says, how's the bug? The bug is doing great. When we had some company in between our 2 vacations that we did, and I was able to get him out in it and drive him around, and it was a lot of fun. It's still not very fast, but it's still fun. I think it's 190. Nope, it's not 190 anymore. Can't remember what it is. Maybe it's still starting. Oh, it should be up. Maybe 190 is not the right number. I can't remember what the number is, and it's apparently not. I didn't update my. Oh, there it goes. Now 190's. What? And this is 190, not 54. Just took a minute for it to start. Okay. All right. Here we go. So I don't have the community store installed here, but when you go, because you have to do it all. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Supercapacitors, 50 horsepower to the buggy. That'd be awesome. Slow assistant. Let's see. Follow the setup in the config. First command stops the service user pi. The second command starts it as user root. Thank you very much. Corrects the C. Install hacks on stream will take under 5 minutes. Yeah, but I have to hide my thing. But look, we can do it. We can do it. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Make sure we're on this 110 or newer. We're on 110. Great. Next. Just close some of these other tabs we don't need. Okay. All right. GitHub. Access the file system, Home Assistant. Oh, the Home Assistant log file. Build internet connection. Next. Download from the release page. Bring, bring, bring. Thank you very much for subscribing, your mother-in-law. Holy Twitch subs, Batman. Nice. Oh my gosh, another one gifted. Dan, thank you. Holy cow. Wow. Thank you, Dan. Gee whiz. This is awesome. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna have to take a minute and play some awesome animations. Thank you. Better do the Dr. Pepper one. And then we'll do the planes. Man, that's 10 gifted subs today. Thank you, guys. And then this one. Animated weather card. What's your source of the weather besides dark sky? Ooh, that's a good question. What are other sources of weather besides dark sky, guys? I'm still using dark sky and it's still working. Need one long one for the hype train. You're right, I sure do. Just push them all at the same time. All right, let's download the latest version. Hack zip. Put it somewhere simple. Desktop. Done. Extract it. It looks like that. Oh, do I even have? I do have Samba. Okay. Yes, because I can go here and see it there. Great. Extract it, but we're going to extract it. I'm going to actually stop and read the instructions. Unzip it. Looks like that. That's what's inside of it. You really, really need that one. Oh, okay. Dot transitions. That's a new little bit he added there. Man, oh man, oh man. Are these still the gifted subs? You guys are awesome. Shoo doggy. Install hacks from configuration integration. Use the plus button. Oh, really? Can you do that? No está. Can you not do Twitch Prime from mobile? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Only if you did the manual install steps. All right. Okay, we're gonna put this on. We're gonna put this in a folder here. Desktop. We're gonna add a folder called. Okay, and that's where we're gonna put all the stuff. Great. Now we need to make sure to have a custom components folder. And we don't have a custom components folder yet. So here we go. Did I spell it right? Where is the instructions? Custom. Let's make sure. Custom components. I'm gonna copy it and make sure we spell it right. Yes, spelled correctly. Great. Next. Custom component folder. In the same folder's configuration. Done that. Move the hacks folder to Home Assistant. Folder name hacks. Copy your Home Assistant installation. Okay. So now we need to put hacks in the custom components folder. Like that. Okay. Custom components. So we just drop this in there. Done. Okay. Next step. Restart once before going to the next step. Okay. Oops. All right. Is Nook more reliable than a Raspberry Pi 4? Probably. Do you know if the Chinese mini PCs will also do? Gosh, those Chinese mini PCs, they probably would do. Just be sure you know what you're getting as far as processor and stuff. Because when they say, what they're putting in there for a processor might not be, I mean, it'll be what they say it is. I'm not saying they're going to lie, but just make sure that it's what you expect it to be. I bought one of those to try and run Blue Iris and couldn't do it. So, I'm sure there are others. I mean, there are people that use their Nook is one, but there's people who use their Dell, the Dell mini PCs. I think anything should work as long as you're sure that you've got the hardware that you expect to get. And the Nook is expensive. I don't think you have to have the Nook. Purchase, man. Yeah. Zane Sheik says $500 worth of ESPs and sensors. Man. So if you bought that much stuff, you have to have something in mind, right? You got to have something in mind for that. I think everybody's when you're first doing home automation, light switches should be the first thing you do. Because that makes the most sense. I feel like it makes the most sense to control when the lights are on and off around the house. So that's the first thing I would suggest. Motion sensors associated with those lights is another good thing to do. What else do I even have? I would do the car presence thing for the car too. I can't tell if this thing restarted or not. Did it restart? I guess we can go here now and see if it's there. Let's see what the next step is. Next part, add it to the configuration. Remove? No. Oh, here we go. Yeah, go to GitHub and get a personal access token. I did this already. Didn't I do this already? Pretty sure I did. I already have the lights covered many things, so it's worth automating. Google Home, yep. Once you have a taste, you won't stop. Question for Z-Wave. I don't know anything really about Z-Wave. Bluetooth and Life 360 presence detection go with lights, and climate is a must. Yeah. I like that. That sounds like a good plan. Twitch thought you were being sexual with your statement there. They did? Oh, yolk. Oh. You're not sure what you did, but it's working now. Okay, good, though. I can stop then. Oh, the tokens. Oh, the passwords. Oh, the passwords. All right, if it's working, then I'm going to stop. I don't want to go to get another personal access token from GitHub. It's not a big deal, but yes, you do have to go get a personal access token from GitHub and then put that in your configuration and blabbity blabbity yada yada. Okay? Okay, done. We're on to another topic. Oh, man, what is happening today? Did you see any outdoor Zigbee or Z-Wave sensors? Any good stuff? I know I haven't seen any. Let's shop. Let's go shopping. Let's go shopping. You want motion sensors? Okay, so this is actually a good thing to talk about. Outdoor motion sensors, and here's the reason why. So we were gone for a week. And while we were gone, I turned on recording on my cameras, which I don't always do. But I turned on recording on the cameras just in case anybody did come in the house. So I turned on recording, and then for the trigger for the recording, I was having Blue Iris do motion detection. And that's great. Blue Iris can do that. It can analyze the camera images and let you know if there's motion. And then that can be the trigger for the motion or for the recording. Great. but it takes a lot more processing power. And so like yesterday, if you noticed on the stream yesterday, I was struggling just to open websites and do a lot of things. And that was because my CPU was maxed out because Blue Iris was trying to process all this video. And there was a lot of people moving, but it was processing all these camera images. So I went in there and turned off the trigger as motion from the cameras. And then what I need to do, which is a better way to do it, is set up motion sensors as separate sensors and then have them trigger the camera recording instead of the video image processing trigger the camera recording. You see the difference? One of these infrared things like this can be battery powered, can be on your porch or whatever, and can be a simple on-off trigger that can go into Home Assistant, and then Home Assistant can tell Blue Iris to start recording. That's a lot less processing power intense than having Blue Iris tell your PC to analyze each image from the cameras and determine when they're different enough to start recording. Am I making sense? Any way to have Betty muted via integration? I don't know. Good question. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. I like that question, Home Ace. I like that question, but I don't know the answer. Can you get Blue Iris to push trigger on webhook? You can get Blue Iris to do... You make sense? Never. Rarely. My balcony LEDs just died. No! I want to replace them, but I think switching to 12 volts avoid power injection. I need about 8 meters. Can be done without power injection. 8 meters? Absolutely. 8 meters, yeah. No problem. With 12 volts, you can go five 5-meter strings. So you can go 30 meters without power injection. So Goodness pushing a lot of questions. That's great. I'll hopefully get to some of them. I wanted to find these. I wanted to look for these waterproof motion sensors. Because what you need, this is an interesting, this brand, these guys do RF. That's not cheap. But these sensors are usually RF, and these ones are waterproof. And this is a pack of 5 of them. 5 of them for $80. Doggone. Mini waterproof PIR sensor for the wireless security alarm system. I know that I've used this brand, and it sends the RF signal to the Tasmatized Sonoff hub very well. It works. So my guess would be, especially since these are wireless, these are probably going to be RF also. Yeah, AA batteries, they got to be. Yeah, it's got to be. Interesting how they have these little things you can focus it. So that probably changes the range maybe or something. Communication range of up to 100 meters. Detection range of the infrared sensor. Oh yeah, IR sensor. Okay, PIR. Approximately 6 to 8 meters to keep you informed and safe. Dependable technology. State of the art. Passive infrared to detect movement of human bodies, vehicles, detection zone. Perfect for long hidden driveways. Batteries can be used for motion detection. Doesn't use simultaneously with the host. Waterproof PIR motion sensors, no batteries. I need to test this, but see, I've used like these, and these work. And so I think if this all communicates together with their little fancy hub, then it's probably because it's RF. But I wouldn't know until I had one in my hand, 100%. But something like that. The other thing you can do is you can use this one here is going to be Zigbee. This is a Quora, so this will be Zigbee. But I don't think this one's waterproof. I'd be very, very surprised if it was waterproof. The other thing you can do though is make your own sort of waterproof. Use one of these as waterproof and like here the Sonoff ones. The Sonoff ones, these I've used these. I have one in my garage and it works great. It's not going to be, look at that. They even have them in the US for $11. Gosh, they're cheap as in the US as they are. And that's awesome. Yeah, they're $4.33. These are going to work with your Tasmatized, whatever. Tasmatized bridge. But, put it in a place where it's not going to get very wet, or use some silicone and kind of seal it up yourself so that it becomes waterproof, and use that to trigger whatever it is you're trying to trigger. I've not been paying attention. Use the code red to create automations, or Node Red, or build an app. Me? I use some of both. Node Red's great. There's a lot of guys that can help you with Node Red. In the app, you mean build? What do you mean build in the app? You mean in Home Assistant? Oh yeah, the lines at IKEA are crazy. Tad-free has waterproof PIR at IKEA. Oh, awesome. Oh, let's look and see if we can shop IKEA online. Can we? Will they let us? Oh. Is this thing waterproof, really? Can also be used in bathrooms. And so this is going to be Zigbee. And Tad-free works pretty well with, it's supposed to work great with decons and Combi 2. So there's an option if you have that, if you have Zigbee. I got to admit, I need to play with some Tad-free stuff. Next time we go to IKEA, we'll have to do that. Tried ordering IKEA online. Delivery times were like a month. Oh, geez. Went quick. Several hours in the store. Oh, you mean the line to get in because they're not letting so many people in? Oh, gosh. Oh, the automation manager from Home Assistant, Martin. I got you. Sure. Well, it depends on what you want to do. It depends on what you want to do. For simple things, probably the automations editor is good enough if you just want to do something simple. But there are going to be some benefits to using Node Red. The biggest benefit to using Node Red, I think, is the reusability, that you can reuse sections of it for other things. You can have the same output and just run a new trigger to it. And it's easy to organize, easy to kind of see what's where and inspect things in a way that's different. You don't have to restart or refresh Home Assistant when you do it, when you change stuff in Node Red. So but I think that would be my most basic way of dividing where to do your automations is if you do them, if you think it's going to be complicated, several steps, or you want it to branch and do, if it's this, then do this thing. If it's that, then do that thing. If it's that, then do something else. Then do Node Red. If you simply want detect motion, turn on light, then do it in the automations editor. Something like that. Did someone say Node Red? 97% of automations got moved to Node Red. All that isn't there is stuff that's not well supported. Nice. So Mark has been Node Redified. Home Assistant, Bridge, Node Red, Automation Manager. Wait, what's that? What's that, Blade? What is this? Home Assistant, Bridge, Node Red, Automation Manager. What is this? I only use Node Red, Blair says. Only Node Red. I think if you started with Node Red, it would probably be very easy to just use Node Red. I would say right now, of my functioning automations, I probably only have 10% in Node Red, 10-15% in Node Red. And then most of the rest of it is, all of the rest of it then is is automations editor, basically. Sai sent me a picture. What you got, amigo? Oh, hey, there you go. Oh, that's the Tad-free one. There it is. There it is. On the tree. And with a nice little homemade rain guard there. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, just because stuff doesn't necessarily come waterproofed doesn't mean we can't waterproof it, right? And here's another interesting thing to remember. You could open that thing up and with some nail polish, with some clear nail, well, it doesn't even have to be clear probably, but it is be nice. With some clear nail polish on the circuit board, you could waterproof that device to a decent extent. I mean, good enough that you'd be willing to risk a $10 device out in the rain. Right? 0% of your automations are node red. One of us. Yeah, I went back and watched a bunch of great Scott's videos about waterproofing. And I mean, for what you need, most of the time, you just seal it with some sort of lacquer kind of stuff and nail polish works just fine. Pot the circuit board with hot glue. You can do that too. Totally. Silicone, just silicone the crap out of it. That'll work. Yes, those IKEA devices are Zigbee. I am 99% sure, Raspy, that they are. If it already has the IP rating, then you don't even have to worry about that. There you go. So these look good, but I think the price is way high on this. I mean, what is that each? Maybe they're not that high, but they look nice. They look nice. And again, these are most likely RF versus these that are going to be Zigbee. This is RF. And then the Aquara one is going to be Zigbee. I think what you'll notice is, and the other reason I think that this is probably RF is it's bigger. It looks larger than the Zigbee ones. The Zigbee ones are usually pretty small. Like that's pretty small. I know the Aquara one is really small. I know the Sonoff one is really big compared, but it's also older. But it was before Zigbee was so easy to get. Kangaroo sensors work on 2A batteries. There you go. Node Red and or Logic. It's very easy to model. Andres. Use the outdoor motion sensor from Philips Hue. I'm sure that's a great idea. Let's I'm being a little sarcastic there. Are you being sarcastic? Philips. Outdoor motion sensor. This is going to be, I can't wait to see what this costs. I would be shocked if it doesn't. Yeah, $50. Yeah, don't buy this. I'm sorry. If you already have it, it's great. It's great. I'm sure it's great. But do you see what happens when you start slapping on a brand like that? For goodness sakes. $50 for one of them. No thanks. Battery life is amazing. You're talking about Paul loves the Hue. Which battery life is amazing? Sounds like Paul is rubbing off on you. I don't own anything Hue. I would just never pay that much. For me, so much of this is just a hobby. I mean, yeah, I want it to work, but I mean, does it need to be that crazy? I don't know. And now here's a bunch of these that are really waterproof rated, right? I don't know what this looks at. This is probably just the sensor. So you'd have to wire this to the controller still. So you could take this whole piece and wire it to, for $8. Don't do that. And it's got the adjustments. That's kind of nice. If it also had like a light sensor, That's one thing I haven't used enough of that I would like to use more of is light sensors. I have not used enough light sensors so that I know if it's bright outside or bright inside, turn the light off, or if it's bright outside, then turn the lights off, that kind of thing. Looks like a circuit board too and can adjust sensitivity. Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably, it's a little bit better than the $50 sensor. Make dinner. Can't remember who, but a member of the Automation Guild made a video of powered PIR with a Sonoff. I've added PIR sensors, the AM312, to extra GPIO pins on the Sonoff switch. This is the one. This is the one that I would use for if you're going to add it to a controller that you already have. Use this. Like if for a light switch in your wall or something, just use this. But this has to be powered all the time. Does it have to be powered all the time? It's not really. This is gonna go to a controller like a D1 Mini or a Node MCU or a Sonoff or you could probably do it on a Tuya switch if you could find the right. You can find some pins. You probably could use the RX pin, I believe. These big ones don't work so well. These big ones don't work so well, and these are the ones that have the adjusters on them. But they didn't work so well for me. I had much better luck with just the simple ones. And GPIO, yeah, and that's probably, is that when he did the I squared C? Still $50. Can't get over it. $50. Oh man. What else should we cover today, guys? I feel like I hope we've done some things. Have you guys had some fun? I've had some fun. Violent Pooh is alive. You're alive. He's back. Yay. Outdoor window sensors. Am I doing outdoor door and window sensors? No, I actually don't have any outdoor door and window sensors. I don't. I have them on outside doors, but they're on the inside of the doors. A good supply for driving LED strips. Some call it fun. Where are you, amigo? And what are you looking for? You're looking for pixels? Or what are you looking? Tell me more about what you're looking for. Let's call this stream the scatter stream. Yeah. How to find good stuff on AliExpress. Yeah, that's the name of the stream. Ain't learned nothing yet. Guess you got to stream for another 2 hours. I probably could. I don't know that we would. I mean, we'd cover a lot of stuff, but I don't know if anybody would really learn much. Maybe a few people would learn. The I squared C expander. MC23008. 8 more GPIOs. It would have lux. I would like to use more. I have several of them. I just haven't ever really used them. I have so many half-finished projects. I got to buckle down. Buckle down. Buckle down. That's all I had time. What was I going to look up? Can't even remember. I'm a Node-RED master. I made my own Node-RED flows a couple times. Is it still 45 degrees? It is, man. It's freezing. It was 80 a week ago. Affordable. Hey, what's up, Christopher? Affordable mesh Wi-Fi network infrastructure with super fast roaming between APs. That's what you need? I don't know how we can recommend anything at this point except the Unify stuff. And it's not terribly expensive. It's not cheap, but it's not terribly expensive. The next step, I would say, below the Unify stuff is just Google Wi-Fi. Google Wi-Fi worked pretty well for me. The only reason I really switched was I wanted more control. And then I ended up getting too much control. I ended up with so many settings, I don't even know what to do with them all. Creatives Ultimate Fan Projects. I come over here to look something up. Oh yeah, I was going to look up questions in Discord. Because I know Sir Goodenough's been posting tons of questions for us to answer. In the live stream questions. Oh boy, here we go. I'm going to start from the bottom. Newest questions first. Last in line first. All right. Any advice or thoughts on an HDMI matrix for home audio visual? HDMI matrix for home AV. So HDMI matrix. So you've got one screen and you want to have a whole bunch of inputs, or you want to have a whole bunch of inputs and a whole bunch of outputs. I don't have a device like that. Does the doc ever read these? Yes, I do, Hive. Of course I do. All right, we're going to do this last post, and it was posted at 2:30. Violent Pooh subscribed. Yay! Unicorns are planes, so unicorns are planes. Where you been, Pooh? By the way, I know where I've been. I haven't been here, but where you been? Glad to have you back. All right. What happened to a short Hyperion setup guide with a pin? Yeah, I haven't done it. Is there a way to get Zigbee to connect quicker after restart? Takes 5 minutes to pull the data in. I don't know. What are you using? Are you using decons? I don't know if there's a setting that regulates how quickly it pulls the devices. I don't know if the devices have a setting that changes how they report, how often they report. So I don't know. Sorry. We talked about the Chinese mini PCs, and they're probably going to be okay. Changelog, we sent that. Just purchased 500. What should be the first project? We talked about that a bit. Are you using the COVID integration? I actually took it out. Keeps going unavailable on every reboot. Yeah, I actually took it out. I figured once we passed like however many millions of people, I'm spent. I'm ready to get on to the new normal. My balcony LEDs. Oh, we talked about that. Any thoughts? Okay, good. Besides dark sky, we could look at what other sources there are besides dark sky. It's maths, short for mathematics. Darned Americans. I do math, not spelling. Why so salty? I was a bit salty earlier today, wasn't I? I'm better now. Okay, well that was good. We answered some questions. Yes, with decons. Then you should be. Just configure the custom bar card. How do you do the animation? Let's look at mine and see. I think if you've got it in this, are you looking at it in this visual thing? This custom bar card is so awesome. It's one of the only that I know of that lets you do this visual editing of it. You could go right to the code editor, or you could do it here. Go to options, and then there should be animation, and then it's either on or off. I guess you can change the speed. If it's not changing, it won't animate until it does start to change. There it goes. Now it's started changing. This one's going down. That one's going up. This one probably goes up so slowly, or it could be that these two, they report back so infrequently that they're not animating as much as these are down here. We could look at it the other way too. Not in the visual editor, but just in this editor here. And I guess when you're in the entity, it's just one subheading of the entity is animation state on. I think. That's all I did. Download the stream from today and yesterday later and hopefully get something chopped up for tomorrow. Go through them really fast because I don't know if there's going to be much to chop up. I'm afraid that you'll waste a lot of time. It's been so squirrely, man. It's been so squirrely, especially today. So probably the issue, it's gone dark here now, so not much solar generation. Yeah, ours is pretty cloudy. It's cloudy and rainy and 40 degrees, so my solar generation is pretty crappy. But fortunately, my power usage is also pretty low. Tried your Xbox setup for your video. It does work? Oh. Oh, wow. Can't get history to show an entity with hours played. So Tobias, that integration, that Xbox integration was somebody's project, a guy, and I don't know if he's still doing it or not. So I haven't been using it anymore. So I'm surprised when you say it worked. I'm surprised, honestly, that it did. But you can try and contact the developer of that integration and see if he's still active, still doing stuff with it or not. He might be. Maybe that I just stopped using it. How am I measuring my power usage? Chris says I'm using that circuit setup. This one. I'm using one of these right here. And it actually has 6 channels. I am using all 6 of them, but I only really am displaying 2 of them. And then I had to use these big 16 millimeter opening because I have this 4/0 cable on the mains, mains, right? Like this. Right? The main, in the US, we've got 2 big wires that come into the circuit box. So you clip them on like that, plug them in, ESP Home Sketch. We did a live stream about it. We had the guy that makes these. This is made by a guy in, I think he's in Indiana or something like that. I can't remember where he lives exactly, but he's here in the US. It's not actually, John. This is from my charger. There is a Leaf integration. The Leaf app, if you have a Leaf, it doesn't work very well. Like even just trying to connect to it on your phone, it's really shoddy, kind of crummy. This is just my charger that's in the garage. It used to be Juice Box, and then it was bought by another company, Enolex or something. And they do have an integration for Home Assistant, pretty simple, and it gives you the status. And it also not just the status, but it also gives you like total energy input and how long it took to charge. It gives you a lot of good information. I just use it for this. Can you measure export with that device too? Export as in like how much power it puts in? Yes. So you can know how much, how many kilowatt hours your battery used and received each time. Is there an EU alternative or place to get those power meters? You could talk to John, the guy that makes them, and see if he. I know he's been talking about a version. I know he's been talking about a version for 3-phase power. I don't know about the EU. I would think this would probably work, but you'd have to contact him and ask him directly. I'm not as savvy about that. I got some follow. Yeah, all right. Thank you. How much power am I putting back in the grid? None, usually. Like right now, I'm not. I'm making 700 watts, and I'm using 2,700 watts. So, none. IoT a watt. There you go. That's right. You can build those. You can either buy them or build them, right? The IoT a watt. Order mine cost $85 shipped. That's not too bad. Broadlink Mini, Black Bean, yes, it works. I like that. It's for a friend. Awesome. Yeah, the IR blaster, the Black Bean is really good. It is really good. And the Pro works as well. No cutting the breaker before the meter. No comment. Of all the innumerable battery sensors for the iOS, which do you use? Mine's been stuck on 95% for months. I don't use it very much. I would probably just use the one that comes with the app, with the companion app, you know? If you go to, actually, it's probably going to be in here. 92%. This says 61%. But I think you might have to, or maybe I've got it set up so that I have to open up the app on the phone for that to update. So yeah, that's not going to be the best one, is it? Still says 92%. Could look for entities, look for integration, or look for so which one's this? Yeah, that one. Yeah, last updated 19 hours ago. This one is accurate. Where did this one come from? Mobile app instead of Home Assistant iOS. I don't know why there's a difference. I don't know. I wish I could tell you that. Yeah, Adrian. Yay, Adrian. Is that Adrian? Thank you, Adrian, for subscribing. Plane's good. Dun, 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 dun. I have not gotten it yet. And I told the lady, Violent Pooh, I asked her to send it. I haven't heard anything back from her yet. So I'll contact her again. I'll email her again and say, what's up? Having big issues with the iOS app recently. Using Android for my daily driver, but I'm not worried about it. There are issues. There you go. What are we fixing today? Just did a video about it yesterday, Stuart. All right, let's get ready to wind down. I've had fun. It's been just a nice casual. Hopefully we fixed some things, or hopefully we learned some things. If I was starting again, would I go RF, Zigbee, or Z-Wave? Probably Zigbee. I would probably go Zigbee. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if we can find some people. What's this guy doing? Oof. Oh, he's doing some VR stuff. Man, none of my normal homies are streaming. We got to get some of you guys to start streaming and pick up where we leave off. Hey, I know that guy. So much of this is game development. 24-hour stream. Holy cow. Crazy, man. Eagle Cam. Arcade cabinet parts. Oh, that might be fun. Building an arcade cabinet. That's not English. Neither is that. Pokemon avatars. There's a lot of these just nature things. More game development. Oh, let's look at the... Oh, yeah, you finally caught even at the very end. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm so glad you did. We're going to play this one for you, too. We do have a Discord channel for raid channel suggestions. Let's see what we can find here. Ooh, this guy making miniatures. That would be fun. Is he live right now? Nope, Lord Comet Miniatures is not live right now. Okay, what about this guy? Ooh, she makes miniatures too. Not right now. Nope. Nobody's streaming today. Nobody's streaming today except me. What is it, Sunday? Yeah, it is Sunday. Oh, Lawn TV. I love that guy. Oh, but that's YouTube. Oh, does he stream on Twitch too? Did not know that. Basic programming. REST API from scratch. Oh boy. I'm just going through all these suggestions you guys made, which is great, but nobody's on. Dun, 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 dun. Those were from yesterday. Well, if you guys want to find somebody today for us, I am all for it. Wireless power transfer. Ooh, that would be fun. Too bad they're not live right now. Starting right now, Minecraft. I'm using Minecraft add-on for servers I'm running at home for the kids, but the server's not always on. The individual servers will only show if the server's running and home system is rebooted. Mm-hmm. All right, Mark. Thanks for 100 cheerings. Boom. We'll play some of this. All right, let's see. What else we got here? What do you guys think? Beginners welcome. Let's check out this guy. He's building an arcade cabinet. If you guys find something better, let me know. But I'm thinking Johnny here in his arcade cabinet seems pretty cool to me. But I'm happy to hear whatever requests you have. I think my Dr. Pepper's almost empty. Bum, 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 bum. Let's watch the chickens or eagles. Everyone else is enjoying the day. He's not talking. He's got people watching, but he's not even talking. Come on, man. Well. All right, Bearded Tinker, have a good day, man. We'll see you later. All weekend eagle cam. I don't see any eagles. Chickens. That's just crazy. Really? Best way to track your phone and Wi-Fi. Sending you a DM soon. Okay, great. Excellent, Blade. Thank you, sir. If you have a minute after the stream, we'll do. We'll spend a minute after the stream. I totally do. Always got time for you. Best way to track your phone on Wi-Fi is always showing wrong. Don't want to use own tracks. Life 360? Life 360 still works very well. It's got a good integration for Home Assistant. I know that the iCloud 03 or something like that is what a lot of people talked about being great. I don't know a ton about it. 10-second resume of 111 beta. Yeah, it was really just a lot of front end loading improvements. So not a lot of new integrations, not a lot of new visual changes. None really. Didn't seem like. It was all about the order in which things load and making it so that your user interface comes back up sooner after a reboot. That was the most of it. And there was the reason I didn't actually update was because some people were saying that WLED integration is broken, and Frank is looking into it, and so I might wait a minute to see that. So, all right, let's call the kids up. Coro or 3D printed pixel props, whatever you got easier access to, Steven. Whatever you got easiest access to. What am I using for video script? Blue Iris. Yes, I am using Blue Iris. Any cameras with good API to enable video of the device when the motion is detected? We do? Oh, okay.
Can we hurry?
Yes, let's hurry. Okay. Grace wants to hurry because she's doing something soon. So how do you want to sign off today, Pumpkin?
Like you're in a rush.
Fine. Sign off like you're in a rush. Ready? 1, 2, 3. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.
Bye.
Bye. Good morning, Bobby. How's it going? No need for Life 360. Yeah, the Home Assistant app. Yeah, I have had troubles. And it might be because I have so many different ones. I don't know what I've done. My location tracking is broken. A lot of things are broken. Good cameras with API to enable video to a device when motion is detected. So there's a few ways to do that, Adrian. There's the cameras I'm generally recommending are Amcrest, Foscam. Reolink has good cameras. None of them are too expensive. Hey, bud.
You already signed up?
It just did with the little girls. With the little girls. Thanks, though. And then as far as getting them to cast to a device when motion is detected, the browser mod was one that we used that works pretty well. Getting them to you can get some of them to cast. We did that during some streams a few weeks back, and I don't remember all the details of them. I'm sorry. I have to use Bluetooth and 360 because my kids' phones sleep and don't update. Yeah, that's probably what happened to mine as well. So, anyways, I guess maybe we don't need to raid anybody. What do you guys think? I'll give you like 10 more seconds to decide. Is that a bear? What is that? Is it a pig? All right. That's it. We'll just sign off today. We'll find somebody to raid next time. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. We will see you. I think the next stream probably won't be until next Sunday, unless I do one during the week at night. So, all right. Have a good night. Good day. Adios. Sorry, Lan. Just landed and we're signing off. Sorry, buddy. Take care.